Hey people, welcome to story time. In this video, I'll be talking about the time where I basically almost broke my legs in elementary school. Okay, anyways, this was back when I was in 4th grade. It was recess, and oh man, do I miss recess nowadays, Nowadays in high school, you don't got recess, which is a little annoying. But anyways, it was recess, and we're playing the classic tag. Those days, you just run around the play set, you tag each other. 30 minutes. Those were glorious. Anyways, since the people I was with, they probably don't want their names on the internet, let's just call them James, Luke, Brady, Jackson, and I. Anyways, we were on the main equipment thingy. Just with the slide and monkey bars. I don't really know what they're called, but let's just call them that. Anyways, Luke was it in tag, and he was chasing after Jackson, and I was in my hiding place, like just chilling there. It was behind a rock. Man, it was behind this like rock with the school colors painted on there. When Jackson ran to my place, and he is like, "Dude, gotta run, man." The Luke was coming, so I was like, "Oh shoot, I probably should start moving then." So I just ran with him, and then we ran onto the stairs of the giant playset thing. Ours was huge. Probably had 3 giant slides on it, and like a giant staircase. Like we had a big like recess area, and then there was like monkey bars on it, like a fireman pole, and then there's this zigzag thing, like a pole thing you can climb onto. There was that as well. Anyways, so I'm just like running, get to the end slide, just jump onto that thing and start sliding down. And then this dude, Jackson, he's like, "Yo, you know what? I gotta make a plan to make Anthony hit. So when I wasn't looking, he let Luke tag him, and then Jackson faked his fall, and everyone's like, "Oh, I'm hurt. Everybody, come here." And then I'm like, "Dude, are you actually hurt? Or are you just saying that?" And then he's like, "No, for real, man. Help me. Come with me." I'm like, "Okay, fine." So then I'm walking over him because you could tell he was faking. I already knew he was faking, but I didn't see his plan though. So I'm walking over to him. Everyone's there: Brady, Jackson, Luke, and then we were all there. And I'm like, "Dude, what's going on? I don't think you would have hurt your leg." It's like, "Yeah, man, I really hurt my leg." He's like, "Just come here." And I'm like, "Yeah." And I lean in closer. He tags my foot, and then I'm like, and then he's looking at me like as if he's about to die. He says, "You're it." And then you can just see this grin widening on his face. And as soon as everybody heard that, they started backing away slowly. And then I'm like, "Oh shoot, you know what? I gotta move." So then I gotta make my move on these people. So I faked to my right, ran straight over to my left, trying to tag Brady. And then Brady's like, "Nah, man, you're not catching me." So I ran into like a circle with him, and I was not looking at the ground. I was looking purely at this dude's head, like a sniper or something. And then he jumps, like I see his body just like go boing, and I'm like, "Wait, what?" So then I jumped because I bet I was probably about to trip over something. But then when I looked down, I saw the rock. This thing's probably like a foot and a half tall, 2 feet tall, and I'm like, "No, man, I did not make this." I would say he didn't even leap over it. He like threw his body over it because he knew I was not looking. So he threw his body up, and then I'm like, and then like he kind of like slide. No, I don't want to say slided. He jumped up, pulling his like feet his like lower leg with him, pulling it up, and then like he landed on the other side with a hard start, but he kept running. And when I looked down, he's like, "Oh shoot, man!" Or when not what I say, he looked down. Sorry, I'm distracted by things in my environment, like my dog next to me. So, anyways, so when I look down, I'm like, "Oh shoot, I'm not making this jump." So then like the rock, it comes to like this really rigid edge, and then my knees were bent, so then bam, slamming right into that rock, running full speed, and then jumping onto that thing, like right in the middle of my shins, crack onto it. Oh my god, I was like almost bust. I was literally like about to cry like out. I Tears were on my face. But I was not about to cry out in pain because 4th grade, you gotta look cool and everything. So anyways, so I'm like, "Ah!" And then the teacher's coming over here, and then I'm like, "Dude, I think I broke my legs." I couldn't even one of the legs was not as hurt as the other one because the first one took like the main impact, and the other one kind of just like hit into it. Like by the time it fell through, so I'm like, teacher, I need to get like to the nurse or something, or like a hospital, urgent or a hospital or something. And, you didn't know what urgent care was back then. So then she's like, oh shoot, you good? So she's rolling on my jeans, and I got this like bruise, and then I get this bruise, and then she's like, hey, that formed quickly. And then, yes, after my parents called, they come get me. We're at the urgent care. I thought it was the hospital because, hospitals are everything when you're a kid. And basically, I'm like, okay, well. And then they go check my legs. My legs are not broken. They had put me on some painkillers. Not the pill kind, because I hate pills. Liquid kind, man. No matter how bad that liquid was, I am definitely not eating no pills. I still hate pills today. I don't know, pills. I think I don't just have the morale. What do I call it, morale? I don't know. I just can't eat pills. Like I'll swallow them down, and I think about me like swallowing down a pill. I just throw them back up, like bleh. So, anyways, my legs weren't broken, but by the time we gotten out there, 3 hours, 2.5 hours had passed, and then my leg had this giant bump on it. Like it was huge, probably like 3 inches by like 1.5 inches. This giant like bruise. Like it was a purple spot. It was bad. So then like I'm like I so when they were trying to see if I could walk on my leg, like my leg would barely like work. So they were like, okay, well we gotta do something about that. Well, yeah, just use them crutches. You'll be fine. So the next day I come in, everyone's like, oh my god, you broke your leg. Anyways, like I was saying, I come in the next day, everyone think my leg's broken, and I'm all like, sorry if I'm out of breath. Had to cut there. I had to do something. So yeah, next day I come in, everyone's like, dude, your leg's broken, and I'm like, nah, man. Actually, no. I was like, yeah, man, my leg was broken, and I'm like, oh my god, it hurts so much when I try to walk on it without these crutches. Everyone was like, everyone is all like, don't worry, you'll be fine, okay? No one's gonna hurt you. Whole day, everyone gave me a special treatment. All like, man, you'll be good. You'll be alright. So I'm like, well, thanks, guys. Really nice to me. Next day after that, I come in, and then they're like, hey, where are your crutches? You broke your leg, didn't you? And I'm like, yeah, but they came up with this cure for broken legs. And I knew that not such a thing would probably not exist. I didn't really know of much science back then. Now I love to watch science shows and everything, chemical experiments, like how you make a giant foam thing with hydrogen peroxide and liquid nitrogen, all that. But that's for a different story. That's a story for another day. So yeah, I'm like, yeah, they made a cure for broken legs, and then I'm like, really? And they're like, really? I'm like, yeah. So the teacher halfway through the day, she's like, what are you talking about, boy? There are no such thing like that voice too. There are no such thing as broken leg cure. Come on, God, I'm teaching you in this class. She kind of talked like that. So I'm like, yeah, sure. And everyone got mad at me for lying. And then the rest of the day, everyone was like mean to me because I wasn't actually had broken legs. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed that story, why don't you go ahead and take a moment to subscribe? It really helped me a lot, and you can get notified by clicking the bell next to the subscription thing to find out when my next story video will be. Thank you. So yeah, end of the day, we're at carpool lane, and then my mom picks me up, and then she's like, "Hey, how was your day?" And I'm like, "Terrible. My broken legs cure idea didn't work." And then she's like, "Oh, I told you it wasn't gonna work anyways." I'm like, "I know it wasn't gonna work. It was worth a try." But yeah, that's my story, guys. And yeah, that's what happened. Broke my leg. Almost broke my legs. Now, doctor told me, or what I assume is a doctor, probably pediatrician or something. I don't know. So yeah, doctor. Let's just say doctor told me that. Oh yeah, you're not doing good right now. Told me I wasn't doing good with my legs. Probably needed crutches for a day. Went and lied about having broken legs. Paid the price for lying and had a good day. After that, had a good year. Finished solid. 5th grade was terrible. 7th grade was terrible. I got a lot of stories about 7th grade I want to share with us. with you guys, the community and everybody. So anyways, that's it for that's if you like this video, please show me some support and like, subscribe. If you want to hear more of these stories, if you want to hear more of these stories, I'm terrible with wording. I'm a new YouTuber and everything. Anyways, thank you for tuning in to Station Story Point 98. Ciao, my ciao, my friends. Ciao, my friend. One like for amazing voice recordings. Ciao, my fans.